Hey there, Shanna. It's awesome meeting you. So
Yes, good to meet you too.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today. So your career, let's just jump right into it. Your career path is extremely unique. A lot of times we see folks, they get pigeonholed in what they do, right? They have their blinders on. I do this. But that's not the case with you, is it?
Nope.
Not at all. So can you tell me a little bit about your background and how you ended up working as like both an IT engineer and tire catcher for RFK?
Yep. So my background is in IT, so I went to school for IT, moved down here with my fiance about 4 years ago. So I was working for Union County in IT, doing networking and help desk and kind of a mix of roles for them.
Yeah.
I was kind of in a place where I was ready for something different. Kind of the Monday through Friday sitting at a desk was never really my favorite, so I was looking for something different, and I saw the job pop up here, and it's one of those, like you said, I think that you get so focused on what you do and you look at a job like that and I kind of just feel like I expected to never hear back, but it's like, what do I have to lose? I'll just apply.
That's right, yeah, why not?
Yep, so I applied and obviously got to interview with them and stuff and inevitably ended up getting the position.
Wow, well congratulations on it. I mean, so you've been in it for how long now?
2 years.
2 years,
Yep, so it's
okay.
my third season. Yep.
Okay, so like obviously these are two kind of completely different functions, right? IT, tire catcher.
Yep.
How do you balance like the demands of the IT job with the physical like requirements, the intensive work of being in a pit crew?
So I try to, on the IT side of things, obviously there's a lot to set up at the track and stuff, so I try to do my best to be proactive and double, triple check things so that when we get to the race I'm kind of not really pulled into too many other directions if I can help it, right? Be proactive and double check things. And then on the pit side of things, it's just something that IT kind of already did when I got here, and sports have always been a big part of my life. You know, that competitor side of things for sure is just kind of ingrained in me, and I love working out and that aspect of things. So I think that it kind of just smoothly transitioned some of that for sure, and made it a little bit easier to make that switch and do that role and be successful in it.
Nice, awesome. So you already have experience with it, so you just seamlessly blend the two really. So like that. So can you kind of describe what a typical race day looks like for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So kind of when I first get there, I'm more so at the haulers, just making sure that our engineers, crew chiefs, everybody that's kind of in the hauler up until the race is all set network-wise and everything over there. And then as soon as I'm sure that kind of network's up and they're all good, I just head out to pit road and I'm kind of out there with the whole pit crew setting up while they're setting up, just running our network to the box and making sure monitors have stuff displayed that are supposed to, and if there's anything that broke from a previous week, replacing stuff like that, and just, like I said, being as proactive as I can, just double, triple checking that everything's kind of where it should be. They have network and just testing stuff out.
Okay. What skills from your IT background do you think are most useful to you in the pit crew?
I think one of the biggest would just be the ability to kind of adapt and adjust quickly. Like in IT, you might come in and think that your day is going to look a certain kind of way, and I feel like sometimes that just gets completely blown up. I think that it makes it easy with like the pit stops because same idea, like the car isn't going to stop in the exact same spot every time. Jacob isn't going to throw the tire to me in the exact same spot every time. So I think having that mindset and being able to just kind of adapt and adjust and just kind of move with things and be able to not have things be a certain way every single time has certainly helped with that for sure.
Right, okay, I love that. Is there an element of fear that like strikes you when a tire's rolling at you and things like that? I mean, this is fast stuff and it's kind of dangerous. So if you could kind of, what's your perspective on that? Do you have any fear that hits you?
I think I kind of have like natural nerves right before the pit stop is kind of what, like I ran track, and so I think I can kind of compare it to like when you're in the blocks waiting for the gun to go off, there's a little bit of nerves that kind of happens there up until the gun goes off, and then it's just kind of like quiet, you know, and you're running your race and you don't think about it. I think it's a similar idea with the pit stop. It's like when you're standing there thinking about it, you're probably a little bit nervous and thinking about things more than you probably need to. And then as soon as the car stops, it's kind of like, okay, time to go, and that all just kind of washes away, and it's just like focus on the tire, catch the tire, and do your job. And
what's been really the most rewarding part of being involved in racing, both IT and pit crew perspectives?
I think the competition side of things, it's been really amazing to like, we've all obviously around here put in so much work, but it's cool to be in an industry where you actually see that work just kind of progress into something and be there, you know, for those wins and be able to be involved with that with the guys. Obviously my first year, Chris won those 3 races in 5 weeks, and that was obviously very abnormal, but super cool to be able to be a part of, and something that I definitely don't take for granted and really enjoy.
Awesome, awesome, okay. So do you have any advice for others who might want to pursue like multiple passions like you have?
I think that I would say just don't ever feel like you're stuck somewhere. I think, like you said, we all get stuck in like, your life is supposed to be a certain type of way and you're supposed to have a certain type of job. And I think that if you have multiple passions, don't be afraid to apply for a job. Like I said, I wasn't sure if I was ever going to hear back, but I didn't really have anything to lose by applying. So I think just not allowing yourself to get set in thinking your life has to look a certain way. And if there's something you really enjoy, to just kind of go for it.
I love that perspective. I love that. Well, Shanna, this has been great. So thank you for sharing your story. It's extremely inspiring for everyone, all of our viewers. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you guys for having me. Really appreciate it.